Hello, good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Rangersradio. Join myself here on the shows. I want to know GB. Afternoon, GB.
Afternoon, Oxter. How is one?
All right, mate. How's your good self?
Good, mate. Shower, shaved and ready for the day, mate.
How's the tribe?
Aye, they're surviving, mate. Surviving.
No putting them in a pot yet, no?
No, mate. No yet. No just yet.
All right, I believe you've got the team for us.
I have, mate. I hope you're ready for it. Here we come.
I'm ready.
So it is McGregor, Tavernier, Sands, Davies, Barisic, Kamara, Raskin, Cantwell, Tillman, Hadji, Cholak, and the substitutions is McLaughlin, Golson, Jack, Kent, Morelos, Wright, Roof, King, and Devine.
Well, there's a lot to talk about there. Let's start for the front men and what will ride back.
Yes, please.
There's a shock to you. Well, the front three of... Well, how do you see us lining up? We play up there. We play a system, so...
Aye, 4-2-3-1, Ox.
Well, potentially when you look at that, is there two sitters? It would need to be Kamara and Raskin. Okay, so we'll have Kamara and Raskin. Can't go in front of him. Where does Tillman go? Does Tillman go left? Hadji right? Obviously, Cholak through the middle. We'll go with that, yeah?
Aye.
So a big talking point. I mean, look at that. Look at that team for Kamara onward, mate. Raskin, Canman, Tillman, Hadji, Cholak, you know?
It's all nearly enough all new signings into Ox. Apart from, well, I suppose Hadji, you could count him as a new signing to the manager since he's came back for injury. You know what I mean? But good to see Ox. We said that about the signings, that we wanted them as the starters and stuff like that, and he's got to give them their chance today. So really excited to see how the boys fare against Partick Thistle today.
I'd be shocked that Hadji starts only because of the rehab, because I thought he'd get minutes, but I'm shocked that he starts. What's your thoughts, GB?
I said a couple of weeks ago, Ox, that because the manager had been speaking a lot about him, that it sounded more likely that we'd see Mary Hadji, whereas I think some of us were thinking it was going to be kind of maybe cameos here and there, but for him to get a full start today, hopefully we have got the fit Hadji ready today, Ox, because if we've got him for the remainder of the season, I think it's a big plus, to be honest, Ox, because the boy has got something about him that can open doors.
All right, so I imagine he'll play in the right, but you never know. Michael Beale Hadji could play in the 10 role and Campbell could go to the right. Well, I don't know, mate. I'm intrigued to see how we line up, mate. Aye,
or left. I mean, that's the thing. The good thing is, Ox, you might find all three of them have got the free role. You know what I mean? They might be interchanging constantly through the game. You know what I mean? It's you don't want it to be too disruptive, but let's say the manager seems to allow these creative players to kind of have a good understanding of each other and move when they need to move, kind of thing. So
you mean let our creative players create?
Exactly, mate. Let them express themselves. Aye.
It's a simple game, mate. It's a simple game, just as well because we're simple people. Right, okay. So Raskin, you looking forward to seeing him, GB?
Aye, Ox, as much as I don't think we need two sitting players against Partick Thistle. I know we've got to give him respect, but at first when I seen him, I was like, I've got two sitting. But I think Raskin's, for what we've obviously seen in red, that he's got to be more a kind of forward-thinking player as well. So we might find that Kamara's the one that's kind of sitting, and Raskin's going to be the one that's hopefully pairing up with the likes of Cantwell and Tillman and that in front of them. So it might not be what we all think of the two sitting. You'll probably find hopefully Raskin will be able to express himself today as well.
I think you can play that the 4-2 and be adventurous, mate. I get it last week. It went a wee bit Pete Tong when we had too many offensive players on the park. But you can have one with discipline and one with a role. But when you're out of possession, somebody's got a certain role today, and then it sort of becomes a 4-2-3-1, mate. You know, and then it depends what you do with your fullbacks, because literally if you're pushing them forward as well, you know, you've got a lot of attacking options in your team. But I'm interested. I think I'll find it interesting to see how they line up today and who plays where. Right, what is the defence now, GB? I think you're shocked at the selection.
Aye, just a quick one to add, Ox. I would honestly thought Kamara and Raskin were the ones that would be fighting for the one position, and it's good to see that he's actually. I mean, Kamara and Raskin can do similar things in that box, like in offensive positions and stuff like that. So that's kind of answered a question for me as well, that we're not really needing one or the other. He's obviously clearly made it clear that he can play the two of them together in the same team. So, it's good. The defence side of things, shocked. I mean, I'll just give it again. Tavernier, Sands, Davis, Barisic, Sands. Wow. Like, shocking's maybe too harsh a word.
Left field for you, was it?
I left and right. He's just not been in the plans, Ox, and we've got the boy King sitting on the bench there. Supposedly he's the future. Why not give him a shot against Partick Thistle today, mate? I'm very unsure with that one.
All right, mate. All right, we'll see what pans. You never know, the two of them could get a half each, mate.
Could do, mate, depending how we're playing, I suppose. But one plus, Ox, and I think it's good that Golson's getting a rest. He's one of these guys that's came back from injury and he's been consistent and stuff like that. It's good to see that he's getting a wee kind of chance to rest a bit.
Right, give us the team substitutes, and then we'll get these phone lines opened.
So today's lineup is McGregor, Tavernier, Sands, Davies, Barisic, Kamara, Raskin, Cantwell, Tillman, Hadji, Cholak. Substitutions is McLaughlin, Golson, Jack, Kent, Morelos, Wright, Roof, King, and Devine.
A substitution is something you do. A substitute is a person. Been saying that, mate. All right.
Okay, mate. Each in the morning.
No, just a grammar place. You know what they're like, all these people listening. With English A levels, you know.
Oh, where in my head, mate? Where in my head? I just talk.
All right, let's hear from these.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, mate, how do you see it going today, GB?
I mean, Thistle seem to be a team that are very up and down with their form, Ox. I do think they're going to come and give it a go, though. I don't think they're just going to just turn up and park the bus. I think they'll try and ease into the game, try and get to the kind of 20-minute mark and stuff like that. But all day long, it's a Rangers victory. It's got to be, Ox, with that amount of talent that we've got in that forward line. That should be able to blow any team away, mate.
The one I'm intrigued to see, I want to see Merrick Cantwell, I'm enjoying him, but I'm intrigued to see the boy Raskin today, yeah? And then we'll start making judgment on him, because we couldn't see a lot last week, mate, yeah?
We couldn't, Ox, but he did look positive. Hopefully he's got his socks sorted out as well for the day. But no, I think all eyes will be on Raskin and Cantwell again. Cantwell seems to just be growing in the short box every game. Big smile on his face, and like I says, how that assist the other day, he's stumbling and still be able to pick out that pass. That's what we want to pay our money for. And like I says, if Raskin can bring some of that magic as well into the team, I think we'll be in a good foot in Ox going forward.
All right. Right, I'm intrigued to see where Hadji will play, mate, yeah? And who'll go on the left. So looking at that, I don't know. I really don't know, I think. I'll go for Tillman on the left, mate, yeah? Hadji on the right. Cantwell in between them, yeah?
Beale and obviously Gerard did play Hadji kind of more on the right side, but coming in as well, Ox, didn't he? So I kind of see them totally changing it up that way with Hadji. I think Hadji will want kind of something that he's used to the day, especially with this kind of possible good 60 minutes in his legs a day. You know what I mean? So I think you'll see him on the right, and hopefully he's doing that lovely cut and shoot Ox that he does. He's put a lot of them in that kind of bottom right hand corner for us when he's dropped the shooter a lot. So it's great to see him back, and again another talented player.
If I could pick a couple of players to get the goals today, if we say had 3 scorers, I'd like Cholak, Hadji and Cantwell to score.
Aye. Well, for me, Ox, I think we're probably, if we go the way we've been playing and we play a kind of similar game in his Hearts, then you hopefully can add Tillman into that, or even Raskin, because I've seen that he can score goals and all, especially when he goes into the box. So, but if we're just going for the free, then I think Cholak will get good confidence if he gets a couple today. Hadji getting a goal, especially with, let's say, he's been out for so long, and Cantwell, he's been more the creative person, and like I says, he's had that assist the other day. But I think the boy's just waiting to get that kind of first Ibrox goal, so it would be nice for him to get his plaudits today as well.
Aye, I'd be a monkey off the back, mate. Yeah, you move on, build his confidence. What he's putting out in there on social media, he seems a boy settled in very quickly.
He has, Ox. He's saying all the right things. What I was a wee bit annoyed, not with him, but our press, especially the kind of Rangers side of the media, they keep asking him questions about his past and stuff like that. The boy's here now. Let's move on for it. They keep asking him, are you happy? How do you find Scottish football? Stuff like that. But says they don't need to drag up anything for his past anymore. The boy's wanting to this move. He's wanted to have a fresh start. I don't think he needs to keep getting reminded his past and stuff like that, which I says it's getting a wee bit, just personally, in my opinion, it's getting a wee bit annoying that the boy has to keep.
You, mate.
Protecting it.
To get you the occupational health, mate, if we're sitting on the couch.
No, it's protecting the player a bit as Elks as well. I mean, they don't have to, like I says, the boys knows his past, and for some reason our fan media keep asking the same old question. Obviously, we're diverging here for divulging here for the match, but like I said, I just don't see the need for them to keep asking the same question. You should be asking the question, what you got to do on Sunday for us? Are you excited for the partnerships and stuff like that?
You're going to explain to us what divulging means?
Divulge. Digress. I digress, I should say.
Diverting, maybe?
Yes, aye. Mate, I love this. I'm getting a good education, and we're talking about Rangers. It's brilliant.
Good education. Good education, mate. You're talking to the wrong one, mate. You're talking to the wrong one.
No, but again, we really look forward to the team today. I was excited for the game, Ox. One, because it's been a long week. I think the Rangers fans will be choking for the game. And two, I kind of had an inkling that the Beale would start a lot of faces that probably are needing minutes. And one of them, like I said, has jumped out is Big Cholak. So it'll be great to get him, hopefully 90 minutes under his belt again, because I think the guy's just not had that yet to kind of kickstart his goal spree again. Because as we've seen already this season, he has got it in him, and there's been a lot of questions asked whether Beale sees him playing in his system and all the rest of it, and I just hope it gets batted away today, because I hope Cholak goes out and answers a few questions and hopefully gets a double at least.
Well, I think that Beale can only play with the tools he's got, mate, and he's not had that tool of Cholak fit to play yet, yeah?
Mm-hmm. No, I think most of it's came from outside. It's not came from the manager or anything like that. But I think the Lex is all people forgot that Cholak's been coming back for injury and stuff like that. So again, if he's had a full week's training in him this week and he's getting his start, then I'm sure he's going to be hungry to grab that kind of number one striker jersey again. Because obviously, where else has been doing a good job in there as well. Ox just maybe no finishing the goals off, but certainly he's been holding his own. So Cholak will have to put in a performance today to make sure he keeps that shut.
Yeah, the Partick Thistle team is Snedden, McMillan, Milne, Holt, Turner, Tiffany, Bannigan, Graham, Hodgson, McAvoy. So, right, I don't see any fear there. I don't think we should be too strong for them, GP, but you've got to get with the right attitude.
That's it, Ox. It's a cup game. Scottish Cup even more so. A lot of teams do want to go for that mare because of the prestige and age of the trophy and stuff like that. So nothing to lose for them. They're at Ibrox. It's got a big crowd to play in. I think the travelling support's got to be practically sold out as well, Oxley. So again, and it's on the telly. So like I says, these players will be wanting to go out and no embarrass themselves. They'll be going out to try and get through the next round, which is great because I'd rather that. I would rather a team wants to come and give it a go against Rangers because what I say is this gives our players more an understanding, especially the new signings of the Scottish game, how to break down defences and stuff like that. So it'll be a good apprenticeship for especially Raskin today and Cantwell again.
Aye, if we play the right tempo, we should make chances, and it's all about taking the chances, GB.
Yep, we've got plenty there to take them. Like I says, McCall the day when he sees Rangers team read out, he's got to be. I would imagine he'd be very worried about that front three, especially Ox, front four. I mean, Cantwell, Tillman, Hadji, Joak. Tillman's in form, Cantwell's in form. Hadji's, we know what Hadji can do. And Cholak, you've got four mainstay players there that can score goals and create. It will be interesting to see how well they all play together today, because I tell you something, Ox, if they do click, that's a what's the word? A very exciting front line and a very dangerous front line. But still,
the word you were looking for. The words of it.
I know. I went and had what do you call it, brain fog today, I think. I like to go and get a coffee at half time.
Hey, red rum's teeth in.
Aye, mate. Aye.
Probably that feels like, mate. It'd be interesting to see how it pans out. You know, maybe we're not getting excited and because we expect to go and win, but you've got to go there with the right attitude. What I'm excited about is seeing how these new players play, mate. Yeah.
Do you think, that week that we've had, Docs, has probably been a good thing in the sense, especially for Raskin? I think Raskin, and I think Cantwell said in his presser as well that he was, he'd spoke to Raskin and that, and because the two of them have been the kind of two new boys and that, he's kind of kept closer to him. So I think it's going to be good to see how Raskin settled. Cantwell, I think, settled really, really well and really fast in the team. And I think if Raskin can do the same, then, going forward, Docs, you might see a totally different Rangers midfield.
Aye, I think so. So he's been beating that drum, but you know what his predictions are like? Right, so Rangers are 1-14 today. The draw's 91 and Partick Thistle are 25-1. You're going to have to look at Aberdeen and Darvel, mate, and see that if you don't go there, you do your business. There's always a banana skin, mate.
Well, we've probably set ourselves up a wee bit, Ox, today with Sands in the defence. That's probably, if anything, that's the kind of one that's kind of changed up in there. And he's not had game time. So, if I was Thistle, that's a focus point that I'd be looking at in Rangers today. How well is Sands going to cope with being kind of flung in there? But to be fair to Sands, anytime he has stepped in there, he's not really done an overly bad performance. So I think, to be honest, he'll have a steady game today. But Ox, I don't know about you, mate. I question that him getting put in the day. I understand Golson getting a rest, but do you honestly see him having a future at Rangers and the point in that?
Are you asking me, will he be with us in August? Is that what you're asking me?
Basically, mate, what?
I don't think Michael Neal's thinking any further than May, mate. And there's a big difference. Right,
so we're back to kind of just game at a time. We'll use the squad as and when kind of thing.
Yeah, he's got that squad now. There's nobody coming in, nobody coming out. Suitors maybe not going to make it this season. You don't know with what they're saying. If he's going to be another 3 or 4 weeks before he's up to full training, you're into nearly you're heading towards April, mate, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to get game time, so the season becomes a bit of a write-off. What other centre-halves have we got? They need to be fit. King and Sands, he's only thinking about this season, mate, nothing else.
Aye. When you say it like that, Ox, I mean, at the end of the day, Sands, for talk's sake, imagine he got a run of games and touch wood.
If it goes well, after the day, we might not see him again.
No, but if he does play, by the way, it could be one of the players that turns up and be a hero in one of these games going forward to the rest of the season. It's funny, like you say, I'm like that. I'm shocked to see him today, but these types of players sometimes are the ones that win you a game that you really need to win, kind of thing. So for that point of view, when you've gave the old heed there, it's.
Well, you better use the team again since you've made everybody. What's he on about? Give us the team.
Right, mate. So the team is for today.
Wait a minute. Substitutes. Carry on.
Substitutes, yep. McGregor, Tavernier, Sands, Davies, Barisic, Kamara, Raskin, Cantwell, Tillman, Hadji, Cholak. Substitutes is McLaughlin, Golson, Jack, Kent, Morelos, Wright, Roof, King, and Devine. How's that, teacher?
You feel better for that?
Aye, mate. My tongue and teeth are fine.
Right, okay. Come and join us. Give us your thoughts. Give us your predictions. 0141 356 1972. Phone in. Predictions. I'm going to go for 4-0 to Rangers, GB. There you go.
Like it, Ox. To be honest, it shouldn't be any goals getting conceded by Rangers a day. So I'm just hoping everybody grabs a chance today, especially Big Cholak up front. I hope he, let's say, gets a couple a day. And let's say if we can get even Cantwell, Hadji or Raskin in amongst the goals as well, it would be a nice kind of signing off of the game. But a very attacking minded team today, Oxa.
I see it as an attacking team. I'm intrigued to how we're going to line up. I see it. I'm hoping we go and we play the ball and we play at a tempo and the players are involved. If I've got one criticism, maybe there's no natural width that we can see in there. There's no real that you would think is wide men by choice. There's a lot of.
There's no wingers, aren't there?
Sort of number 10s who could play in there. Cantwell, Tillman. Hadji, but we'll see how it sets up. I'm really looking forward to seeing it, GB.
Do you see anything different, Ox, in the formation? I think you've got Tavernier, Davies, Barisic. Could that be a free today? Do you think that's possible, or do you think he'll go with a solid 4 at the back?
No, I don't think the two full-backs could play the positions.
No,
I don't think so, if I'm honest.
Like you says, I don't think he's got to rip it up now and knowing a game that's important to get through to the next round. So, and obviously he's shown his intent with putting McGregor in goal as number 1. So, if he was thinking anything less of the game, then you would probably see McLaughlin getting a start today. But he's put McGregor in because he's wanting a solid defence there to, like you says, to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah. I think it'll be the 4, and obviously the depending how the game goes, the width could come for Barisic and Tavernier, but we'll see, mate. Yeah,
I think if Barisic is firing in the boys and stuff like that, you're looking at it that any one of them, like Cholak, Hadji, Tillman, Cantwell could pick that up. No bother, Hawks. I mean, they're all good in the air. So I don't think we need to worry about no having any kind of natural wingers there. I think like say Cantwell, Tillman and Hadji have all got good pedigree there to open up a defence and get a goal. I think what it says, hopefully we'll see some lovely play today, Ox, because all these boys love the ball at their feet and can turn and go. So I'm really excited, Ox, really excited to see how this goes today.
I suppose the negative thing that people will be saying, okay, where's the physicality if we get into these situations in both boxes, because we've not exactly got a lot of physical players in there. They're all ball players, but I think that's what we want to see, GB, yeah?
Again, Ox, it was like the whole kind of Klopp saying, isn't it? Like, just score more goals. Don't worry about how much you're kind of conceding at the back. As long as you score more, then you win the game, don't you? I mean, and I'd rather see Rangers score, I don't know, like for talk's sakes, score like 6 goals and concede 2. You mean I'd rather that than sit and watch a boring 1-0 result. I mean, again, it's a win, but the way we are set up for attacking, like I says, I'm wanting to see goals. I'm wanting to see creativity today. And like I says, just folk expressing themselves. I want to see a new kind of vision of this Rangers team. I don't want to see the old days of just kind of scoring 2 goals and sitting in and seeing out the game. Like I says, we need to be entertained, Ox. And like I says, I think Michael Beale's building a team there that will entertain the fans.
Aye, I mean, the trouble is, mate, once you get to 2, if you do get to 2 or 3-0, the game is done, and professionals will all just play it out, mate, you know. Once you get another clock, that's maybe a sad indictment of a cup tie, but that's what could happen.
Aye, well, they're not wanting injuries, Oxen, you know, they're wanting to make sure that they get to the next game, and again, let's say we're hopefully going to be in the 2 finals this year. You know what I mean? So, aye, it's an important game of the day, Ox. Like I says, we're still in the fight for the League Cup, and like I says, this is another one that we want to win this season. So, like I says, go out, do a professional job today, and like I says, hopefully we put an entertaining show on for the fans, especially like I says with that creative front line we've got today.
Aye, well, before we get to the final, mate, we need to get to the quarter final, so it's all about winning the day. You know, and I think they're right. People are expecting some decent football to be played at Ibrox today, mate.
Well, see, when we look at it, Ox, right, we've got Kamara. We know he's a good ball player. Raskin, we already know that as well, that he can take the ball and move. Cantwell, again, 10 out of 10, the way he's been playing. Tillman, again, lovely touches. Hadji, again, another player that can have the ball into feet, move, ghost, all the rest of it. And Cholak's a finisher. I mean, what else could... I mean, Cholak must have thought it was Christmas today when he was looking at the team sheet up front with him. I mean, because all the guys can feed him today. And I'd be very surprised if Cholak doesn't get anything today. If he doesn't, then I don't think he'll not be a happy chappy, Ox.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Come on, give your thoughts. It's still a cup tie, the last 16 of the Scottish Cup, bit of an atmosphere at Ibrox today, and hopefully we get a good performance for your team. 2 guys make their debut in the Scottish Cup that night. 3 guys. 3 guys, maybe.
3,
Ben Davis. Davis. 4.
Because
Tillman. 5 players making their debut in the Scottish Cup. Am I right?
Well, let's look at it then. So Cholak's a debutant, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Cantwell and Raskin.
Yep.
Ben Davis. Tillman.
Yep. Aye.
So
there you go. Aye.
5. So our team is evolving slowly. We'll be joined by Blue Star. Afternoon, Blue Star.
Afternoon, Ox. Afternoon, guys. I'm over the moon. I'm glad to see the changes, guys. Big time. I'm fully expecting a. You've seen it. I'm looking for a walkover today. Honest, time for talking stopped. He's got 2 matches, and we've got to win this cup final, or all hell's going to break loose with our support. I'm telling you, it's on the cards. I think the guy's doing the right thing without a shadow of doubt. Oldgaard's got to be released, and that he's bringing in his own players. They're his players now. There's no more of this talk about, you've got to wait till he gets his own team. He started with a midfield, and that he's brought the 2 guys in. I'm expecting big things for him. I honestly am.
I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right, and I hope they live up to the hype, GB.
I just think Hawks have got the legs, you know. I think that'll make all the difference, guys.
GB.
Aye, Blue Star, I'm liking that there is legs in that team today. I think you've actually been banging the drum about the need to get pace into that team. I was saying there that Cholak's been wanting the service and stuff like that. So, again, there's no excuse today. There's plenty of players on that part. Kamara's even a guy that can create. Raskin, we've only seen a wee bit of him, but from his previous club, for what I've seen, he can get forward, even score himself. Cantwell's been amazing since he's came into Rangers. He's hit the ground running, which is very unusual for a new signing for Rangers today. Tillman has just been growing in that shot week after week since Beals came in. And then Hadji's back today. Again, he'll want a point to prove that he's got a place to stake in this team as well. Been out for a long time. And then Matt's Big Cholak up front, out for a wee bit. Wanting that jersey back to be number one striker in the team. And that's his perfect game to do it.
Blue Star, how do you see his lining up?
I think it'd be more or less Raskin and Kamara sitting, try to win the ball, getting forward. Tillman in front of him. He's obviously, I think the only one I thought was a wee bit weird, Ox. I think out of the defence, the only one any has thought maybe he might have given a rest was Tav and put young Devine in, and yet he's let Tav play and he's held out Goldson. I don't think anyone has thought that was going to happen. But he obviously has changed it, thinking Tav can get forward, plus the very fact he's put Hadji in. There's no doubt about it, Ox. He's got his eye in that cup final. Make no mistake about it, and that's how he's put the legs on. He's getting pace out of. He's looking for the pace out of Hadji and Big Cholak up front to give him game time. No doubt about it. This is forward thinking for the cup final, and I'm glad to see it because he's no daft a guy, and we can all pontificate what we think about. You've got to still try in the league, etc. Of course we have. We've got to keep the momentum going. But this is all geared for this cup final. No two ways about it. But fully expect a good comprehensive win today, guys. I don't think any of us could say any different.
Hope so, mate. Hope so. Hope the guys live up to the hype, you know. I don't think Hadji's starting the cup final, mate, if I'm being honest. You know?
I'm inclined to agree with you there. You would fully expect Kent and that to be back in for the cup final. Of course you would. But he's obviously trying to get some pace into his legs to give him so that he can at least bring him on as a sub.
He's on the bench.
Breaking
news. I think you've got some breaking news for us, GB.
Yep, breaking news. First clips out of Ibrox, and we're seeing Raskin with the proper socks ready to rumble today. So he's that nice red ring at the top of the shins looks perfect for him.
A red ring can be quite painful, mate. You shouldn't mock it.
True, mate. True.
Right, okay. Cholak, Blue Star. Obviously, he's no look fit. I think he'll get an hour tops today. Yeah,
okay, definitely. Ox, I'm just looking at that, same as it used probably. I'm just looking at that pitch. How amazing does our pitch look? It's like a frigging bowling green. It really is. It's absolutely majestic looking. Seriously. I mean, I watched some of the English games yesterday, Ox. Not one pitch was anywhere near as good looking as what ours was. That's comprehensive. That is absolutely immaculate.
Maybe it's the people that's running about in the stands that make it look better. Would you think, GB?
Well, maybe that, I know.
The mixture of the colours, Ox, just brings it all out, doesn't it? But it just shows you that's fair manager, by the way. That was a thing that the manager said away back with Stevie G. They wanted that pitch ripped up and a nice pitch put down for the players to work on. Again, taking away another excuse for them so that they can't say, oh, it's this and that the next thing. So, again, Bill's implemented a lot of this, and what we're seeing in that pitch today, like it says, our players have got the best facilities, best pitch to play on the day. We've got a very attacking-minded team, so there's no excuse for them not to go out and give the fans at least 3 or 4 goals a day.
And you've all got a bit of atmosphere today, Blue Star, because obviously Thistle have brought for Ibrox now a massive away support, really.
Absolutely. And let's be truthful. We always see the positives and negatives sometimes with the young team, but that Blue Order, let's be truthful here. They Union Bears, they get it's them that conduct the choir and our grunting, and for a few games there, even Southside name were saying it, the atmosphere was lacking a wee bit. But again, as you always say, that comes down to the team performance too. You know, if they get at them straight away, they'll get the place bouncing. And the very fact Thistle sold out their thing, mate, that's all good for the game, and that'll bring a good atmosphere. Of course it will.
I think the atmosphere's so low, GB, because people are too busy checking their Super Sixes. They're gutted.
Aye, or if they've got a cup final ticket.
You know, aye. Like, people join us all the time, GB, just before we go. He's the team, just in case we've not heard it yet.
Okay, so it's McGregor, Tavernier, Sands, Davies, Barisic, Kamara, Raskin, Cantwell, Tillman, Hadji and Cholak. And the substitutes is McLaughlin, Golson, Jack, Kent, Morelos, Wright, Roof, King and Devine.
Okay. I think the big talking point with the people going to the game will be the front, or the front players, Blue Star. I don't think there'll be much focus on Sands playing. They'll be wanting to see Raskin. They'll want to see how he fits in with Cantwell particularly, yeah?
Oh, without a doubt, Ox, how glorifying is it to see, just for once, you check our starting lineup and you see what we've got on the bench that you can change it up with. We've been sadly lacking, even under Gio. You were looking at the bench and you were going, who can we actually bring on that you can see making a big, massive difference? Well, you can bring 5 of them on now, and he's got another load coming straight at you, whatever defence you've got. So, for me, that's what we've been crying out for. And it's all about, as you say, Raskin and Cantwell, seeing how they got on with Tillman and that playing together. And we're all hoping for the best. As you say, maybe we are thinking a wee bit overhyped, but that's what you want in football. You want to see players that you think are going to do these things. That's where the excitement comes in. And if it kicks off, I can't wait, guys, honest.
Kemar Roof back in the squad, GB. Obviously, that's him come back with his injury for the semi-final, yeah?
Yep, Ox, another positive for me. If we can, again, keep Roof fit, hopefully get him some minutes. Like he says, I don't think Cholak will last the full 90 of the day. So, again, Roof's a good substitute to bring on. And again, if we can keep him ticking there, and he'll just keep adding to his kind of goal ratio as well, mate, which is another big plus. If we can, I don't think we'll see Morelos today, to be honest, unless it was something major in the team, Ox. I think he can deal with the rest, especially with how he's been carrying some injuries and stuff. So I think if he's got the chance, Cholak for Roof, and let's just get the other 2 strikers, get the numbers up a bit for them.
You're just worried that Keeper's going to get injured post-that.
I know. Even for Hadji, Ox, you and I, and JB, we know the scale score with injuries. We played the game often enough. I mean, that guy's leg was totally rebuilt, basically. So it's a big day for him too. He's been out for over a year. That's a big thing beyond your mind, your mindset and everything else. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that everything goes well for him.
Aye, he showed a great attitude. Hadji, I'll be honest, and people who listen to the show know that I wasn't his greatest fan. Know that I doubted his ability. He could do things that were magnificent. When he disappeared, he really disappeared. But the way he's took this challenge on, he's took it as a challenge, and he's drove himself, and he's been so positive. I have nothing but respect for the boy, GB.
He's pushed and pushed, Ox, to get back to this kind of point, isn't it? He could. It was like I says. I think he was even champing the manager's door, wanting a date to get back in about the team and stuff like that. And he's seen it as targets and stuff. And I think the day's got to be another big target for him. I think, like Blue Star says, he'll be eager to get on the pitch and see how it goes. Hopefully, like I says, he gets a good number of minutes in his legs a day. And again, if we get a fit and Fire and Hadji back into that squad, it's got to be brilliant for the rest of the season, because we've got so many important games coming up, Box, and to have another guy like that available is brilliant for the squad. Just
give you Kemar Roos stats, mate. 42 starts, 35 goals. He has started 34 times as a substitute, but 42 starts, 35 goals. It's not bad, is it?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You know, the last game.
We're crying out for goals, and the only criticism when you have on Alfie, and anybody says any difference, kidding ourselves on. We know that he brings other players into the game and everything. We accept that, but your forward-thinking player, especially if you're only playing with one striker, he's got to have his name in amongst the goals. And Big Kolak, the way he started, we had a team, to be fair, that was crying out for more creativity. The big guy was getting goals, so he's got to show up the day to day. And anything, if you're in a position, no matter what position you're playing on in that team, you need push. You need to know that there's players behind you ready to step in. That's what keeps you on your game. So I'm looking for goals today, guys. Without a shadow of a doubt, we're looking for goals today. We're playing a team that's a division below us. We should be out there. We're at home, front of our own fans. We should be showing it today. They guys should be desperate to get into our manager's plans for that cup final coming up. No doubt about it.
The last time Kemar Roos started again was the semi-final at Hampden against them. There you go, GB. Anyway, gents, thanks for the call, Blue Star. We're going to go and get sorted for the game. Enjoy them. I hope you enjoy the game, mate.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Blue Star.
Over you, GB.
Well, Ox, we've got an attacking-minded team the day. Plenty of new faces in the squad, and hopefully players eager to impress. So can't wait for this. Let's go Rangers. A 3-0 result for us today, hopefully.
Yeah. Thanks to GB. Thanks to Blue Star for joining us. Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle. Take it away, Old School Blue.
I sailed the wild Atlantic across the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes and heard the 40s roar. I flied the Indian Ocean, I sailed the China Sea, but there's a sea back home in Scotland more than all the rest to me. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. It's the greenest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. And it's not on the really just clear stream. No more I'll sail the 7 seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the urge again, I'm back where I belong. And be a groggy Saturday, I'll join the mighty throng. With flags and banners all around, I'll proudly sing this song. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. It's the greenest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. And it's not from the really just clear sea. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. It's the greenest sight that